everybody! I'm here today to show you how to use a waffle maker. In this video tutorial, I will be going over the easy steps for using a waffle maker just like this one. And I'll also tell you how you can take those steps and modify them so that you would be able to use a waffle maker that is like at a hotel, something that is at like a continental breakfast at a hotel. Let's get right into the video. As you can see, you have the waffle maker. Now, if your waffle maker is at a hotel, it's probably already going to be preheated. So you want to make sure to be careful because it's probably already really hot. If you have a waffle maker at your house, you're probably going to have to plug it in. That's the first step. Okay, I'm not actually going to be plugging it in just because I don't want to burn myself while I'm making this video. I want to be able to touch everything. But you're going to plug it in and you're going to turn it on. Now, in this case, I would turn it on, and there's different heat levels. Now, I wouldn't recommend turning it all the way to the highest heat unless you know what you're doing exactly. And if you're watching this video, you're probably a beginner. So I would recommend turning it somewhere in the middle. This one goes up to level 6. I'm going to choose level 3 to 4, somewhere in between 3 and 4, somewhere in the middle. And you want to allow your waffle maker to heat up. Now, as you can see, there's 2 lights on this waffle maker. This one over here actually says heating, and this one says ready. So on your waffle maker, it's probably going to tell you when it is still heating up and when it is ready, when it has reached the desired temperature. Now, you're not going to want to put any batter in there until it's actually ready. So once you see the ready light turn on, you're good to go. Now, like I said, at a hotel with or anywhere where there's a breakfast being served and you get to make your own waffles, it's probably already going to be preheated, okay? So here's what you got to do, okay? Now, there are 2 types of waffle makers. There's ones that have a lid that closes like this that you don't have to flip. And this one you don't have to flip. And there are others that you do have to flip. And I'll tell you how to use both of them. Don't worry, I'm going over a full tutorial. So if you have one like this where you don't have to flip it, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your batter. I just have water in this cup. It's not batter, but you're going to want to take your waffle batter. You're going to want to pour it into each of these sections, okay? Now, I'm actually just going to empty some of this out. It's a little too full, okay? So you're going to want to pour it into each section. I'm going to start off with this section. You're going to pour that batter in there, and you want to get it to the point where it's basically just high up enough. It's not overflowing, but it's just high up enough. So I did this one. I'm going to do this one as well. Now, obviously, in an actual waffle making scenario, the batter is going to come out much smoother, but you want to make sure that it's just high up enough, okay? So then you would do the other ones as well. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's do them. Just because I have enough water. Obviously, the water's splashing everywhere. If this was real waffle mix, it would not be splashing everywhere. Okay? Now, you want to try and avoid going over into the seams. I'll just bring this camera like this right here. You want to make sure you're not going over into the middle part. It's not a big deal, but then you're just going to get some burnt edges, okay? And it's also going to be basically make sure, it's also going to waste some of the waffle batter. And your waffles will not be done that well. You're going to have to end up separating them. But essentially, once you've poured your batter in and it's heated up, it's already going to be cooking. So you want to close that lid right away. Close that lid down. And then you're going to wait, okay? Now, I will tell you, in total, waffles take about 5 minutes if you're using it on like sort of a medium heat. Sometimes they can take 6 minutes, sometimes they can take 4 minutes, but if I had to put an average, I'd say about 5 minutes. Now, in a situation like this, without a waffle maker that flips, this just stays stationary, you're going to leave it for at least a few minutes before you even think about opening it and checking on them. If you open it too early, it's going to ruin the shape of the waffles, okay? But if you've waited a few minutes and you start to sense that the waffles are at least cooked on the outside, hard on the outside, at that point you can open it up and you can take a look. You can say like, okay, are they done or are they not done? You know, you could take even something to sort of, maybe like a toothpick if you have it, to sort of insert it inside of them to see if they're done or not done, okay? Be very careful though, because the griddle is hot, okay? If they're done, at that point you can pop them out. Grab a fork and pop them out. It's really easy to pop them out when they're done. If they're not done, close it up again, wait maybe another 30 to 45 seconds, check it again, okay? When they're done, pop them out. That's with a stationary waffle maker like this. Now, with a flip over waffle maker, when you put the waffle batter in, you're gonna close it and there's usually going to be a button that you push, and that's going to start a timer. So push the button, it's going to start a timer. When the timer beeps, it's usually telling you you have to flip it over, and there should be instructions on the machine as well. But when the timer beeps, you're going to take it, you're going to flip it over so that it changes the way that the batter is seated and it cooks a little bit more evenly. Okay? When the timer beeps a second time, you can open it up, pop out your waffles because they will be done. And on those things, there's usually going to be a set heat. So you're not going to have a heating knob. It's just going to be like an on and off if you're using one, like I said, at a hotel or something like that. But that's basically it. In this video, I have shown you and told you how to use a waffle maker just like this one. Like I said, I was going to do this video where I was actually making real waffles with batter. But then I was like, you know what? I don't want to be at risk of touching anything because it's always hot. And then obviously, you know, once you're done, you can clean the griddle after. So in this one right here, I can actually pop it off and clean it, which is really cool. I can just pop it right off and clean it. Really, really useful and convenient feature. And that's it. If you like this video on how to use a waffle maker, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.